Yeah.
There we go.
So this is us getting ready for our first ever.
We can do.
This is almost like a mastermind right here.
Right? Yes. So how do you feel about your Adidas shoes? That's a little different than the way it was presented.
Right. How do you feel about video in the classroom used as both a tool to make you better?
I said, here's a technique I want to teach you. This is how to react. Slowly. Yeah, court-appointed special advocate.
So I'm looking into maybe doing that. So.
And of course, special ed teacher for 15 years. I'm very familiar with CASA. Yeah, good program. Great program.
I did a lot of work in foster care and then with group homes and juvenile justice. And I remember when I first got into working with students in foster care and kinship care, they had their CASA worker, big advocate and supporters of young people.
Yeah.
I saw the numbers in foster care when I was still in teaching. About 3% go to college nationwide per year. It was just so low. Couldn't believe it.
Boy, the CASA people, talk about servant's heart, they really give. And once again, Will, like I had mentioned to you with your mental health, with athletics and the training that you're doing, boy, there's a need. Yeah. There's a need for the CASA, representatives and stuff, because our students struggle. Kids struggle. We all struggle. Let's be real. We all struggle. But some have better support units than others, support systems.
I learned it. If you're struggling, he taught me a tip this morning. It was, how's this go?
Yeah, just to breathe in.
Breathe and touch your tips of your fingers.
Exhale through your mouth. Kind of relax.
Is this a tempo thing, or is it a stimulus thing with the fingers?
Yeah, just kind of.
Or does it keep tempo of your breathing, or is it a stimulus?
I just use it as a way just to help students it's like do the difference between reacting and responding. So students say, I just went off on them.
Yeah.
So they just, I said, what did you think? So I didn't think at all. I said, here's a technique I want to teach you. This is how to react. Slowly. Now I can respond. Stabilizes the blood flow, the heart. It's at a nice rhythmic pace now. Right. I can respond. So just the way. And I said, you can even do it on the table. Sometimes something happens in class. And so I feel like going off on somebody. I got my hands down here under the desk. Okay, now I'm ready.
Right.
They do mindfulness here at Romeo? A mindfulness lesson or app?
We try to. I know some teachers do. I have recently stated to a couple of my colleagues that it'd be great if we could get all, 120 teachers out on that football field, line up like the football team do with calisthenics, and everybody go through a little yoga. Just if we could do 15-minute set, just to.
I'm with you on that, Anthony. Let's put it out there.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? I think that would be neat.
Movement, inspiration piece for 100.
Right.
It is a stressful job. I know it is. But you know what? It's after substitute teaching, and you're in and out of classrooms all the time too. Yeah. You see a lot. I saw the same class for 12 years.
Right.
It's challenging. It's a whole different world substituting. Like, hey, new person, let's see if we can punish you for an hour.
Right. That's why I always call them guest teachers. I tell my students I'm going to have a guest teacher tomorrow.
That term
not a sub. It's a guest teacher.
Yeah.
Friend of mine's coming in. Never met him before. Saw his name. Good friend of mine. People better treat him right.
Right.
There you go. Guest teacher, I like.
Yes.
Well, since we are rambling, I got a rambling thing that's been on my mind lately. I need your ideas. Video in the classroom. How do you feel about video in the classroom used as both a tool to make you better as the instructor, and also as a tool to make everyone aware to treat each other better? Of course, maybe it's for mom, look at 503 where your student did this also, right? Or teacher, look at 1705 where you ignored that one student. How do you feel about video in the classroom?
Wow.
Not online, just for the classroom, administrators, parents, students.
Well, I mean,
on the spot here.
I look at it, it's almost like playing sports, high school sports, college sports, and it's film. So the purpose of film and film day is to help you prepare, but also help you get better. And so if I look at video in the classroom, because one of the things I do as a facilitator, I'm constantly moving. So I set my watch or set my timer on how many steps I take. So usually if I'm facilitating a 2-hour session, I'll take at least 10,000 steps. I've walked about 2.5 to 3 miles. And people say, well, why do you do it? Because I'm constantly want to engage and interact. And I use that as as a almost like a beta test for me. So if I look at video in the classroom, I'll be a big support of it, because I'm thinking about now which reason I move a lot, because there's different dynamics in learning. So I'm trying to use all Howard Gardner's approach, how I interact with students. I'm on a knee right here.
Yeah.
I got 3 students in a huddle right here. I got 2 students in a diet relationship right here that we're talking about some things. And I think the video piece, like we said in sports, when coach says, okay, we have film today, at the end of the day as a teacher, I'll go back and look at my film and says, okay, how did I interact? What was my nonverbal? What was my movement?
Right.
And then what was the student's response? Did they, yeah.
See, so that's a little different than the way it was presented.
Right.
Because the way it's presented is we're going to be able to re-observe our students.
Evaluate.
We're going to be able to evaluate our students. You took it as videotape me so that I can prepare and improve my game, which I agree with. But then again, how would you feel if the administration said, we're going to put a camera on to see how you teach? Now it's a little intrusive. Right? And I think it'd be the same thing. It would be intrusive to do that, to watch the students. With that said, I need to let my students in. Keep rolling. I'll be back.
Let's keep rolling, yeah.
They're great.
Bring the students into the
If
class.
we asked those 120 teachers in the football field that question, I'm pretty sure that it would bomb, from what I've seen. But I've been a proponent of that for a long time, because in a classroom setting, nobody ever told me how I'm doing. I think, but I'm looking here, right? I don't see this and hear that. But I think teachers are used to being isolated, unlike other jobs, and they don't. In most cases, they're scared of that camera. I've heard the kids like it because they want to see themselves.
Right, it's gonna make, they're into the, I mean, now we're on these social media platforms that the students are constantly, if it's TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever their social media device is, they're constantly, it's pictures, it's videos, connecting, and so it's,
I think you have to go that way. I saw a guy called the Tech Rabbi. He does a lot of video, and he talked about that in class. He's using TikTok and everything to get them generated. I'm like, wow, I think that's the way to go.
Sometimes I'm on campuses and students are saying, because it's that TikTok, it's like, hey, Mr. C, we're doing a TikTok, come in, join us on our TikTok. And I just join in, like, okay, so we're gonna teach you this, and I said, okay, or you just stand there and you talk a little bit.
I've done
Yeah, they got you,
Not sure what it was. What's up, Jared? How you guys doing?
I think teachers don't want that because of what you said. It has to be a level of trust. But I always worry that in the classroom, I think that I know, but you don't know until you observe, like he said, in sports. Or I know pilots unions don't want cameras in the flight deck. They already have audio, but they don't want cameras. Okay. Well, if you're a passenger, wouldn't it be good to know that they know they're being videoed? And I feel the same way about the classroom, because I'd like to watch myself also and watch how I interact with students. But it'll take a long time before teachers are like, although some schools have tried it.
Right.
Like everyone does it.
Right. And then you get a chance to see the students' response.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna work on him. He's not buying into this yet.
No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to screen my students out right now.
Okay.
I usually say at least hello.
Let's wrap it up.
Hello,
We're gonna come back and do
Yes.
this. All right, ready? Break.
It is.
Break.
Cut. Go.
Late, missed. Very good.
You were weak on that one.
Huh?
You were weak on that break, man.
Yes, I was.